made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handled all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service in just 2 days. My roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. Here is your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Ooh, that felt like October. That was a great game. This game was scoreless through 5. The Brewers prevail 7-2 the final. They break it open with a woodpecker-style inning there in the 6th inning, scoring 5 against 3 different pitchers, 2 more in the 7th for good measure. But the story today is Freddie Peralta. My goodness. What a month of August for the ace of the staff. There is no doubt, there is no question, there is no debate to be had at this point who starts game 1 of a postseason series. It is Freddie Peralta. What a brilliant day from Freddie. We'll talk it all, break down what went right, what happened in that third, how did he get the ship back on, and quite frankly, deliver a 6-inning quality start that the Blue Jays haven't seen this year. Here's the whole list of pitchers to throw a quality start without allowing a run and at least 7 strikeouts as a visitor to Rogers Center this year. Freddie Peralta. That's it. He's the only guy to shut him out in their ballpark with at least 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. He's the only guy this year. They have the best record at home in Major League Baseball. They're one of the best offenses in baseball. They refuse to strike out. Nobody strikes out less than the Toronto Blue Jays. And Freddie Peralta came into their house, 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Dominant. Absolutely dominant. A month of August ERA of 0.32. That is your ace. That is your guy, Freddie Peralta. What a great start from him. The Brewers' offense was great, too. Craig Kashan is going to join us in a moment to talk about that. But first, let's get you caught up to speed with a highlight recap.
Ready for this?
Out of here!
This?
Brought it back! Oh!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
Shane Bieber making his first start north of the border as a member of the Blue Jays after that trade at the deadline, going up against the aforementioned Freddie Peralta. Well, this started electric for Bieber. He struck out the side in the first inning, but the Brewers would immediately get some base runners in the second, but quickly bring this back into a normal start. The Brewers, with Freddie Peralta, he had a 1-2-3 first, allowed a 2-out double in the second, no big deal there. But then in the third, we saw a very Freddie inning. Now, to give credit to the Blue Jays, it all started with a 10-pitch battle with Davis Schneider, but he ultimately struck him out after fouling off a million pitches. He struck out Andres Jimenez, then the top of the order, and he hit George Springer on a 3-1 pitch. Addison Barger battles for 9 pitches. He draws a walk. So now you're thinking, oh dear. Right now, he's at 28 pitches. There are 2 men aboard, and Vlad Jr. is up.
2-2 again. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Wow, what a curveball, and he struck him out, prompting Vladdy to slam his helmet into the dirt. Freddie Peralta, 3 strikeouts and strands a pair in a scoreless third.
Josh Mauer's call. So the Brewers trying to figure out Shane Bieber. They could not do so in the 4th or the 5th innings. And Freddie is rolling meanwhile after that strikeout to Vlad Jr. 1-2-3 in the 4th on 11 pitches. 1-2-3 in the 5th on just 9 pitches. So now this is where the game was reaching its turning point. Both pitchers were going to be back for the 6th inning. Both pitchers were preparing to face the 3rd time through the order. And it all started at the bottom of the order, though, with Andrew Monasterio.
High fly ball, left field, racing back at the track. It is gone! Andrew Monasterio's August continues to surge. Monasterio gives the Brewers a 1-0 lead, his 4th home run of the season.
Lane Grindle's call. That finally broke the ice against Shane Bieber. Then Bryce Terang, a single up the middle with 2 strikes on him. You're going to sense a theme here, okay? Mona, 3-2 count. Terang, 2-2 count. Now, William would fly out. He just missed one. It would be the last batter that Bieber would face. 1 out. Runner on first. Brewers up 1-0. They go to the lefty, Brandon Little, to face the lefty window, Yelich, Vaughn, Frelick. Well, Yelich would draw a walk. That's big no-no if you're the lefty coming in. So 2 men aboard for Andrew Vaughn, who was 0 for his last 10 with runners in scoring position.
And a ground ball through the left side. It's into left field. Terang around third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. And the Brewers have a 2-0 lead on the RBI single from Andrew Vaughn.
Now, a rare day from Sal Frelick. He had 3 strikeouts today and a double play. He's allowed to have a human day, but he would be the last batter that Brandon Little faced. But hey, that 2-strike RBI from Andrew Vaughn, you're thinking, all right, good inning. You got another run across. Nope, Brewers weren't done. How about Caleb Durbin?
And it is a liner into right center field, down for a base hit. Yelich around third. He will score. 3-0 Brewers. Caleb Durbin with an RBI single, and the Brewers have pushed 3 across here in the top of the 6th inning.
The Brewers didn't have a swing and miss against Louis Varland, and Isaac Collins kept the good times rolling.
Here's the pitch. And a liner down the right field line. That's a fair ball. It's going to roll into the corner. Extra bases for Isaac. Vaughn is home. Durbin chugging around third. He's going to score. It is a 2-run double for Isaac Collins, and the Brewers have broken it open in the 6th. It is 5-0 Crew.
3 of the 5 runs in the inning all scored with 2 strikes. Then, Freddie Peralta, he's facing the top of the order for a 3rd time, and he wastes no time. He strikes out George Springer on a changeup. He strikes out Addison Barger on a curveball. All that's left is Vlad Jr.
1-1. Chopper to third, charging it is Durbin, gets a nice big convenient hop, fires to first in time, and he got Guerrero Jr. by a step. Freddie Peralta with a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th. He is through 6 scoreless here tonight at Rogers Center in Toronto.
Quality start from Freddie once again. He was fantastic. The Brewers would add 2 more in the 7th inning on RBIs from Yelly and from Vaughn. He had a good day at the plate. Got a little stressful in the 7th for Aaron Ashby, allowing 2 runs to score on just 2 hits, but clutch double play ended that. Another double play ended the 8th for Shelby Miller. And then Abner Uribe, he hadn't pitched since Tuesday. Let's get him some more.
Bottom of the 9th inning, 2 outs. First pitch to Lucas is a ground ball deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Monasterio. Bounces it to first in time. And the Brewers have come north of the border and taken game 1 of this 3-game series between the 2 best records in baseball with a 7-2 win over the Blue Jays here tonight.
How about it? Lane Grindle's final call. Brewers win 7-2. It's the only series this weekend featuring 2 playoff teams. Well, the Brewers take round 1. What will rounds 2 and 3 hold? We'll wait and see, but let's break down this victory coming up next with Craig Kishon. 855-616-1620. Again, 855-616-1620. You can call in. You can text in. That's the Starting Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Back after this on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Get away with huge savings at Hyundai West Allis during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, where you can make your best deal and save an additional $500 on a new Hyundai. Or get 0% for 60 months and make no payments for 90 days on a new Palisade or Santa Fe. Get Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. From Hyundai West Allis, a member of the International Autos Group. Visit HyundaiWestAllis.com today. Financing with approved credit. $1667 for every $1,000 financed with $0 down. Offers cannot be combined. Ends 9/2/2025.
Summer's not done yet. Be here September 1st when the Brewers host the Phillies. And get ready because we're celebrating the long weekend with $1 Hot Dog Day at the Labor Day game. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's gonna last, and that means your AC's gonna be put through the paces. Now, we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. I don't have to tell you that a lot of dust and other junk collects in your ductwork. And it doesn't just sit there. It's blowing around in your home. And that jeopardizes your home health. The commercial industrial duct cleaning system we use at Quality darn near sucked the shirt right off our tech the first time he used it. Believe me, not everybody has this powerful of a system. It's unlike any other. At Quality, you get the best duct cleaning, period. So call Quality first for your duct cleaning needs.
For the signature service
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Welcome back. I'm Dom Catronio. Brewers win. The standings will not change since the Cubs are beating up on the Rockies. No big deal. Helps out the magic number. Brewers will remain 6.5 games up no matter what happens with the Cubs and Rockies, given they're now up, I believe it's 12-3. It's big lead. Anyway, Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. If you're looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs, look no further than Fifth Third Bank. With a local team right here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. And for 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and its local decision-making that all helps your business thrive. Experience a unique commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. I'm Dom Catronio with Craig Kashan. 7-2 the final today. We could talk about the offense. It was good to see them break out. We'll get to them in just a little bit. But I said it on the open there, Craig. This is about Freddie Peralta. This is about Freddie Peralta, learning what makes it work and understanding that this was a big game and this was an important game to set the tone and to come in. And we saw that third inning. We've seen versions of that third inning before where he gets a little shaky. But there was something a little different in his eye today to get Vlad Jr., a hitter of that caliber, an MVP caliber player, to strike out on a curveball and then not allow another base runner the rest of the game. I think that's something that Freddie's going to remind himself, quite frankly, for lack of a better term, I'm that guy. I am an ace. I am an opening day starter. I am a multi-time all-star. I have nasty stuff. And in those final 4 innings, third inning, fourth inning, fifth inning, sixth inning, he did not get a single strikeout on the fastball. 3 of them on the curve, 1 on the changeup. And 2 balls left the infield, right? I mean, this is a Freddie Peralta. This is an ace version of Freddie Peralta that maybe some people think wasn't there. And I'm telling you what, to do this against the best team in the American League, that speaks some echoes. That's worth something in my book.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And it's, to me, too, Dom, I mean, this is like a playoff series. It really is. I mean, we can hype it up and say it's the World Series preview. I mean, that's all fine record-wise and stuff, but this is a playoff matchup here in this weekend series and then with Philly coming up. And if you approach this and say, if this is a playoff series, this is game 1, and Freddie Peralta is your guy, I mean, what more do you want out of a guy tossing 6 shutout innings, recovering after a 34-pitch third inning without giving up any runs, and then coming back out in that 4th inning and just going after it for the final 3 innings, of his work out there. Simply outstanding, just simply outstanding. And he only gave up 1 hit total in today's game. And it's the 7th time this season he's given up 2 hits or 1 hit in a game. I mean, he's done that 7 times. That's why the guy's got a league-leading 16 victories here right now. And it's clearly the sign of a guy that we weren't sure, at midseason where things were turning maybe on the negative side with him, but somehow he weathered the storm, and he still had this team in position to win so many games and kept him in tonight as well. I mean, look, it was scoreless going into the top of the 6th inning, so they needed every one of what pitches that Freddie had tonight.
Yeah, and for Freddie to do this with only 1 walk, we literally said it on Brewers Weekly last night. I know there's apprehension by some in the fan base, especially given over these last 7 starts. Let me just read you his walk totals over these last 7 starts. He goes 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 3, 4. And despite all of those walks, in those 7 games, he had a 2.75 ERA. So it led us to sit here and believe, man, imagine if he didn't have those 1 innings and he didn't have all those walks. How much better could it be? Tonight's that kind of night. 6 shutout innings against an offense like the Blue Jays in their house. Nobody's done that to anybody, to the Blue Jays, in their house this season. This is a guy that, once again, is reminding everybody, I've got the ball game 1. There is no doubt in my mind Freddie is starting game 1.
Yep, indeed. And I had a thought, too, here, and I'm interested to see what you think about this. Just through everything that you just kind of went through with the walk totals and mid-season on to what he's doing here right now versus the very few runs that he's allowed. 6 innings of work. Yes, if he didn't have tonight's 34-pitch third inning, maybe he pitches into the 7th. But do you think this club, because I do here right now, I think this club's just at a point where this is what they could only hope for in the best version of Freddie Peralta, and they have to be happy with getting those 6 innings. I don't think you need to put any more pressure on him right now to squeeze out a 7th inning or anything like that. I think their bullpen is going to weather their tired arms here and be the group that you go to finish these games out. But to set a tone for the first 6 out of your 9 innings the way he's doing here right now, I think he's giving you everything he can for who Freddie Peralta is.
I mean, there's a great opportunity right now that the Brewers get both the pitcher of the month in the National League, Freddie Peralta, with a .32 ERA this month. He only lost. The Brewers only lost 1 of the games that he started of the 5 this month, and it was after he exited the game, so it was a no decision for him. So he's got 4 consecutive winning decisions. He's got 16 wins now. Furthermore, the Brewers may have the player of the month with Bryce Terang on offense, right? I mean, this is really churning on all cylinders at a really good time. And to look ahead here, Craig, to think about 20 wins, and we've said this a few times now, you can actually map out a road here for probably 5 more starts for Freddie Peralta of varying days of rest, right? Let's assume that the Brewers will use him in the finale against the Phillies on the 4th, to use that off day to get an extra day of rest for him. So then that would mean he would go again on the Tuesday against the Rangers. He would go the Sunday against the Cardinals. He would then go the Saturday against the Cardinals, and then finish things up perhaps with that last Friday game against the Cincinnati Reds. That's 5 more starts. He needs 4 wins. The margin is slim. Can he do it?
Well, I'd like to think so. I'll tell you that right now. Absolutely. There's, look, if he can pull this off, it would be absolutely phenomenal, Dom. And for a guy I don't think any of us would ever figure is going to be the guy maybe to get to that win total. So I think if anything, it's just a testament of where he's come in his career right now. And obviously, a lot of people are going to be crossing their fingers for this guy because you can't beat the smile, right? And if he keeps smiling like that and keeps pitching like he is, it'd be great to see him get to 20. That would be just a phenomenal accomplishment.
He would be fantastic to think about. No one has had 20 wins since '86, so it has been a minute for the Brewers. Now we got to talk some offense because they were phenomenal. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Back after this on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. So he said to me, "Boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders." And I said, "You betcha." And he said, "Do you mind if I cherry pick?" And I said, "Feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Tyson's Home Farm Auto is opening a brand new store in Ripon this fall. Tyson's is your go-to store for all things farm and home. Check us out at Tysons.com. That's THEISENS.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Welcome back. Brewers win 7-2 to open a 3-game quick little jaunt north of the border, taking on the Blue Jays. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electric. You can keep your home running right with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. And when you book a service call this month, you'll be entered to win a $250 home improvement gift card through their Fix It and Win It event. Head to Cider, SEIDER.com to book today. I'm Dom Catronio with Craig Kashan. You know, the story of those 4 games against the Diamondbacks, Craig, was all the offense they got in those first 2 games. They got some timely hitting. They were great. They were 9 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Then the last 2 games, they were still getting opportunities with RISP, but they were just 2 for 24 combined in the final 2 games. Well, today they look like themselves again. They look like the Woodpeckers. They got to Shane Bieber at one point. 4 for 10 may not sound all that impressive, but when you specifically look at that 6th inning, right, you get the single from Vaughn, strikeout from Frelick, single from Durbin, double from Collins, then Perkins would fly up. Then you add in the RBI ground out from Yelich. That produced a run with the runners in scoring position. Vaughn having an RBI single, that produced a run as well. So the Brewers, in my opinion, got back to their ways, got back to their woodpecking ways to see the offense get back into gear in the 6th and the 7th innings.
Yeah, for sure they did. In that 6th inning, too, they saw 3 different pitchers. That doesn't seem to happen as often these days as it has in the past. So credit to them, man. They had a plan of attack, and they went after it. And maybe they exploited a little bit of something out of that bullpen here that they can take advantage of the rest of the way. Not sure, but the bottom line is they did return to who they were, and to score 7 runs in those 2 innings we're talking about. They just simply went after it. And the interesting thing about it is we like to say, you know, who needs the long ball, but the long ball from Monasterio started all the scoring out. And then after that, you know, it was just like an avalanche of hits and all the damage done against Toronto pitching. So love to see that. Love to see a guy like Andrew Vaughn bounce back. He was 3 for 21 on that homestand with 2 RBIs. He was in a rut. And tonight, 3 hits, so he matched those in one night, and he also matched the 2 RBIs, you know, that he had over the last week. So 3 singles from Vaughn, not the power that we've seen, but I'll take those singles. I'll take the RBIs. This guy just keeps delivering runs for this ball club. It's pretty amazing.
I think Vaughn's a really important piece of today's game to get him back going in the right direction. The Brewers obviously have a decision to make when Rhys Hoskins returns to this active roster imminently. But then you look at this bottom of the order for the Brewers. How many times have we talked about the bottom of the order? Durbin, you know, batting 6th today. He goes 2 for 4 or 2 for 5. Then you add Collins adding on base 3 times, and oh my gosh, people were freaking out when he was coming off a paternity list and sleeping on the couch in the hospital room. Craig, I know you know the feeling. That's not a fun feeling. You're going to take a couple days to recover from all of that. Then Monasterio at the bottom of the order.
I was a zombie when that happened, my friend.
And having to fly across country and families back in Denver, all this. I mean, like, there's a whole lot going on, real-world stuff. So, reminder, these guys are humans. Collins got back on track this week. Good to see him going. And then the headline is Monasterio breaking the ice against Shane Bieber, who, tip your cap to Shane Bieber. He looked like 2020 Shane Bieber tonight. He was impeccable command, didn't walk a batter. He was phenomenal. And of all guys, it's Mona that takes him deep, that you called, Craig Kashan. I'm not letting you not take credit for calling that home run right before it happened.
Just had a feeling, Dom. You know, you're at a point of a game where there's no score, and you just know what Bieber's going through. Only his 2nd start, and since coming back from his Tommy John over a year ago, and just had a little feeling there that if anyone's going to break up the party for Shane Bieber, it's going to be a guy like Monasterio and not a guy like Christian Yelich. So really happy for Andrew. Nobody deserves having success more than guys like him right now who are just at the ready, even, to a point where sometimes they don't play for 3 or 4 days, maybe even just get an at-bat and that's it, but have the opportunity now to play shortstop with Ortiz out and feeling good about who you are, feeling good about being on this team, and feeling even better that you can contribute to it. He keeps saying that, and, hey, he's got a 9-game hitting streak going here right now, and he's putting up some really nice numbers.
I think with the thought of the Brewers just picking up where they left off, right? They had an uncharacteristic day from Sal Frelick. Perkins has been cooled off here. He's had a rough go of it the last couple of weeks, but his defensive value goes beyond any bounds. When you're getting Andrew Monasterio, a guy who did not make the club out of spring training because he had options. Remember, the Brewers went with Vinny Capra because he didn't have any options, wanted to see what they had. And how did Andrew Monasterio react? It's fine. Send me to AAA. I'll be ready when you need me. Here, they needed him very quickly. He has been great. Now they really need him in a really important stretch of games to not have Joey Ortiz. But, man, he has done something to impact the game every night, not just with the homer, of course, today, too. I thought he turned a couple of really important double plays today. We saw, of course, in the 7th and the 8th innings there, too. He made a very nice backhanded play when he was trying to hold the runner at second base. I mean, just little things that, yeah, is it comparing Joey Ortiz, who's going to be one day a Gold Glove winning shortstop, versus Andrew Monasterio, who is a grinder? It's not fair to compare, but I think Andrew Monasterio deserves a little more credit as being a glue positive force in this lineup. Just sort of, hey, he does his job. You don't need to ask for much more than that.
And you got to give him credit, too, for just being who he is and making sure that when he gets this opportunity to get as many starts over there filling in for Ortiz, that he's not trying to be Joey Ortiz. He's not trying to be somebody else at the plate either. He's not trying to be, taking on a role that he's uncomfortable with or putting any more pressure on himself. And at this level, Don, we've talked about this, a million times with, different scenarios. Some guys do that, and it's almost like they can't handle the opportunity. And I think Monasterio has proven here the last year or two that he sure can handle it. That's the big reason he's on the team here right now. And I just love guys like that. Just be who you are, stay within yourself, and don't be somebody else, because it's only you out there, man. Be the best you can be, and he's certainly done that.
He's been phenomenal for the Brewers in Joey's absence. And Craig, as we let you go, a little bit of good news coming tomorrow. Number 11 is back. Jackson Chourio is expected to be activated off the injured list tomorrow. They wanted to give him a day to acclimate, given he was on a plane twice in 24 hours. Just give him a day, give him a breather. He'll be fine. The Brewers are excited. And Jackson Chourio is going to be back in this order tomorrow. I don't know who comes out of the order, but, man, I'm excited to start to think, like, man, imagine this team with Jackson Chourio. Oh, they just have the best record in baseball in the month of August. No big deal.
Well, I think, too, the thing about the timing of this, Dom, is we can all see, I think, with Blake Perkins right now, he is a Gold Glove center fielder, but he is really struggling at the plate here right now. And for some reason, he's got a different look on his face when he's in center field than he does when he's at the plate. And the one at the plate right now just doesn't look confident. I mean, he's going through a rut, so he just needs a blow. He needs to kind of go back to being that role player right now, and it's going to be an important one, late in games. Having Chourio back is going to be huge. We all know that. Hopefully it won't take him long to get that bat heated up, because as we know, during the last 2 or 3 months, everyone's been taking their turns on being hot, and he's still got a full month of baseball going into the playoff run to be that next guy.
I agree. I think this is going to be huge for Chourio. Get him back on track. Let him take a couple games to get the big league speed back, and the Brewers are going to be in a better spot for it. Craig Kashan joining us. We'll talk to you all weekend, my friend. Thanks.
Okay, sounds good, Dom. Thanks.
All right, take a breather. Let's go a little beyond the box score, talk a little bit of playoff chases, because, I think I'm ready to call it on a few races. We'll explain on the other side of the break on 620 WTMJ.
This is Brewers Extra Innings. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a good karma brand station.
It's the end of summer here in the Milwaukee area, but soon enough, you'll be dealing with cold winter temperatures once again. Time to have Window Nation replace your home's windows in 1 day or less. Right now, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. You could also score 2 tickets to a Brewers game if you replace all the windows in your home.
Hurry, Milwaukee. This sale ends soon.
Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com right now.
Window Nation is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Think of your experienced quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Nobody likes it when their old water heater sings its last song. But if there's a positive side to it, say you upgrade now with a tankless water heater. That means instant hot water on demand. Those old water heaters aren't exactly efficient either, but you ride them as long as you can. And when they can't do the job anymore, call quality. Whether it's drain cleaning, snaking, or taking care of a leaky pipe or faucet.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Looking for an e-bike? Shop Wheel and Sprocket and find rows and rows of bikes in a bunch of different styles and colors for you to see, touch, feel, and even test ride.
Visit willandsprocket.com for a location near you.
Life is short. Enjoy your ride.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Hope you will join me on Saturdays at 1 o'clock for a really cool show. I love it because it explores the state that we love so much. It's Experience Wisconsin. We check in with cities, people, places, the best and brightest spots around our great state. Coming up on this week's Experience Wisconsin, this is going to be fun. Hayward Lakes is in the spotlight, and so is Old World Wisconsin with some cool new events coming up. We are excited to have Experience Wisconsin Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ. It's Experience Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
A couple of texts that have rolled in here as the Brewers win 7-2. From the 815, great win to start a relaxing Labor Day weekend. Maybe cooler temperatures, but the Brewers are starting another hot streak. Enjoy the win, go Crew. This one, Aaron in Illinois. A little bit of a scuffle, then your ace comes along and performs like an ace. Exactly when you must have it. He is certainly the player of the game, Freddie Peralta. Also, I'm buying number 51 for a Cy Young Award. Selling skeins on that. Crew is tough versus the American League. Let's go grab a series win tomorrow and ignore the Cubs. I agree entirely. Let's do some buying or selling here. Not so much on the Cy Young Award, but just on the standings, because I think we're ready to call a few of these races here, quite frankly. Buying or selling is brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates, one of the top real estate teams in Wisconsin and part of First Weber Real Estate Services. They bring faith, family, and red carpet experience to every home deal. Let's step up to the plate together. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. So, assuming the Cubs win, now granted the game's never over in Coors. They're in the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-5 Cubs right now. But as you wake up tomorrow, the Brewers will remain 6.5 games clear of the Cubs with 26 games to go. Furthermore, the Reds lost again today. The Reds now fall to 68 and 67. Now, given that they are the team in 4th in the wild card race, meaning they're the team that needs to get, into the wild card race, that'll be the team that you monitor to be eliminated when the Brewers officially get a playoff berth. So their Brewers' magic number to make the playoffs officially is 11. So any combination of Brewers wins and Reds losses will lower that number over the next, week or so. Furthermore, I'm selling it, man. The Reds are done. They're out. They're 5 games back. They've lost 4 in a row. They just lost an extra innings to the Cardinals. Their bullpen is not very good. Their offense has been the most underwhelming offense maybe in the National League. It stinks, but it's not. It's done. We know the 3 teams that are. I should say we know the teams. We don't know the order that are going to be in the National League. We know the Brewers. We know the Phillies. We know the Dodgers. They're the current division leaders. But right now, the Phillies are up 5 games in the win column, 5 games overall, I should say. 5 games on the Phils in the East, and they still only have one more series head-to-head. So Philly's hanging on to that. L.A. is up 2 games now on San Diego, and they hold the tiebreaker. I think L.A. is going to hang on to that. Now, the real race there becomes who's going to be the 2 seed, the Phillies or the Dodgers. Who gets that bye? I think the Phillies really need it. The Dodgers will survive it since they have most of their pitching healthy. But then you look at it, I'm buying the fact that Philly is a team that can take that 2 seed from the Dodgers. I don't see that coming from San Diego. Their offense is just a little weird right now. Right now, San Diego, they are taking on the Twins. They're getting beat up 7-4 in the top of the 9th inning by a tanking Minnesota team. So every time you want to believe in the Padres, you just can't, and the Brewers will see them in the final week of the season. Every game will matter for them, but again, like I just said, I'm selling it. The National League playoff field is set. We don't know the order, right? It's going to be Philly, Milwaukee, L.A., Chicago, San Diego, and New York. That's how it's going to be. Reds are dead. Cardinals are dead. Giants are dead. Diamondbacks are dead. They're done. So anyone who wants to say, ooh, can they make a little run here in these final 4 weeks? No, they can't. It's over. I just declared it dead. One last thing on the races over in the American League, since they are playing the Blue Jays right now. What matters to the Blue Jays is keeping an eye on the Houston Astros. They win again today, 75 wins for Houston. Toronto's at 78 wins. I don't think Houston has enough firepower to catch up here down the stretch and try to maybe find themselves in this race to be the 2 seed and earn the bye. But there is one more head-to-head series. It is in Toronto, Houston Blue Jays, September 9th through the 11th. So monitor that, circle that if you want to talk about American League playoff races. Let's talk a little bit about Freddie Peralta's day, a little bit more in-depth coming up next. We'll hear from Pat Murphy a little bit later as well. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620 on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
You're listening to Brewers Extra Innings, presented by Fifth Third Bank on WTMJ.
Hey, ESPN Milwaukee fans, Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person, with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
Now, more Brewers Extra Innings presented by Fifth Third Bank on WTMJ.
Let's dive a little deeper on Freddie now as the Brewers win 7-2 over the Blue Jays, game 1 of this 3-game series. I'm Tom Catronio. He's our International Autos Group Player of the Game. Brought to you by International Autos Group. Just like the game's MVP, you can drive into summer in style and save up to $10,000 on in-stock BMWs, Audis, Mercedes-Benz, and more. No tariffs, just huge savings. Visit IAMilwaukee.com. International Autos Group, where ordinary needs to be extraordinary. It was a landslide on the social media poll. We knew that. Freddie Peralta received 85% of the votes. Has to be that for him. And quite frankly, for Freddie today, I had this note earlier today and something we talked about over on the television side today, but he's no longer fastball Freddie. We've been saying that for a while. We said that, in fact, after his second start of the season. But now, I mean, it's becoming clearer and clearer. Freddie Peralta is on pace to have more strikeouts on his secondary pitches than his fastball for the first time in his career. So he racked up 8 strikeouts tonight. Only one of them was on the fastball, meaning 75 strikeouts on the fastball and 93 strikeouts on his secondaries. And remember, years ago, it was only one secondary. It was only the big curveball. Then he started to incorporate the slider. Then slowly but surely, the changeup has arrived. And today, you look at it, with those 8 strikeouts, he struck out Addison Barger twice. He struck out Dalton Varsho once. He struck out Bichette. He struck out Vladdy. He struck out George Springer. He struck out the meat of their order with one fastball. Tell somebody that in 2021. And this is also kudos to Freddie, kudos to the front office, kudos to Chris Hook, that the league always makes adjustments. Right now, we are seeing vert fastballs, right? Heavy carry fastballs with good velocity at the top of the zone. Hitters have figured out how to hit that pitch. So what else do you got? To see him incorporate a changeup, to see him incorporate a big sweeping curveball. Those are so important to keep adding wrinkles. We talk about this a lot with rookies, where when you maybe have a little bit of success early in your career, then you go into a little bit of a rut. Now it's your turn to make the adjustment back. Those adjustments continue throughout your big league career. And Freddie Peralta's adjustment that he needed to make in 2023 and 2024 was saying, my fastball is not getting the same swings and misses that it once got. I'm not able to command it at the top of the zone like I once did when maybe I was younger. Maybe I had more extension. Maybe I had a little bit more going on. But now he's pulled on the lever for a little more command, for a little more tools in the bag, to have something else to go to when maybe the fastball's getting hit. And again, this is a team. The Blue Jays strike out less than anybody in baseball. And he just struck him out 8 times over 6 innings in their house. 6 shutout innings, mind you. This is an ace. I don't know why there's not a lot of Cy Young plug for him, because I think it was a foregone conclusion with the thoughts about Zach Wheeler and the thoughts about Paul Skeens. And look, Paul Skeens is still probably going to win the National League Cy Young, and he deserves it. He's been phenomenal. But when you look at the National League leaders in a variety of statistics right now, Zach Wheeler's season is done. Christopher Sanchez has had a couple clunkers, but Freddie's ERA is better than his. Matthew Boyd's had a very solid season. Even Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been great. Logan Webb has been good. Freddie Peralta has the second best ERA in the National League. He has the 8th most strikeouts at 168. He's going to have some serious work to do if he's going to get to 200, but that's not a huge deal to not get to 200. He's going to have some innings to get to in the postseason. Opponents are only hitting 192 against him. Now, again, that's kind of hinted because of all the walks that he allows, but yet his whip is 1.07. I mean, he's in top 5 in virtually every core traditional stat that we look at for starters, and I didn't even mention the wins yet. And I don't really love wins to grade a starting pitcher, but 30 years ago, it'd be a runaway that Freddie Peralta would be the Cy Young Award winner, because Paul Skeens has, 9 wins this year with a 2.05 ERA? That's not Paul Skeens' fault. I still think it's going to be Skeens, but the fact that maybe Freddie Peralta can be a top 3 Cy Young Award recipient, I mean, tell somebody that at the start of the year. I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card, myself included. I'm not saying it's for sure, but that's on the radar right now, and that's a compliment to Freddie. He's earned this. He deserves some respect. This was one of the best outings I've seen him pitch in my 5 years here. That was phenomenal stuff from Freddie Peralta. We'll hear from the manager on the other side of the break what his reaction was to all of this as well. Brewers win 7-2 here on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Summer's not done yet. Be here September 1st when the Brewers host the Phillies. And get ready, because we're celebrating the long weekend with $1 Hot Dog Day at the Labor Day game. Get your seats at Brewers.com/tickets.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
For legal reasons, we must state that the Matrix Bedroom from Penny Mustard is in no way associated with any major motion picture of the same name. Any similarities are merely a coincidence.
It's no coincidence. If anything, Hollywood was inspired by the Matrix Bedroom.
Why do you say that?
Come on, look at the Matrix Bedroom's sleek, smooth appearance, the angled hard lines,
the tapered legs, and inset drawers.
I mean, it is Penny Mustard's most contemporary bedroom.
You could almost say it's neo-contemporary.
Careful.
Solid wood.
Forever tight bed brackets.
And thick drawer bottoms strong enough to stand on.
The Matrix Bedroom is a blockbuster.
We should really stop talking about this.
Fine. Take this blue pill and you'll forget all about it.
That's a jelly bean.
Yeah, I know. I already ate the red one.
The Matrix Bedroom, starting at just $230 a month with no interest till September of 2028 through September 7th at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Penny Mustard Furnishings.
How do we keep our prices so low? That's easy. We've removed the middlemen. Yep, most landscape suppliers have a couple of them in there, and that's okay. But each one of those men in the middle means a higher cost for your mulch, decorative stone, flagstone, and boulders. Feel free to check around. For the quality of our products, you won't find better prices. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is ground from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Ashby is set for the 0-2. Hit on the ground to second base. Could be 2. Terang turns to second 1. Monasterio bullet relay. He got him by a half a step, and the inning is over.
That was huge because it ended a mini rally there from the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ashby wasn't his best, but he got 3 outs, 2 runs scored against him. That's our Surfside play of the game, that clutch double play to end the 7th. It would have been Ashby's last hitter. It's brought to you by Surfside, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka, and Surfside lemonade and vodka, paired perfectly with the day at the ballpark and stocked at American Family Field all season long. Brewers win. This text from Reggie in Milwaukee as well, giving kudos to Aaron Ashby. He's been outstanding from the bullpen all year. He's allowed to have a breather. Yeah, I think his role is going to come into more focus as the games get more intense down the stretch, and he'll be shortened to more of a singular inning guy in the postseason. Manager Pat Murphy, after today's victory, addressing the media.
What a great environment. What great fans. What a great venue. Yeah, this is really impressive place. Obviously, I feel better about it after the game.
Ask Freddie that. Did it have a playoff feel tonight?
I think it did. Yeah, it really did. Freddie was magnificent, wasn't he? Yeah. I told him every game he wins like this, I tell him, Freddie likes real estate. I said, Freddie, you just bought another house for yourself. He laughs about it, but he probably did. He's been magnificent, and the way he navigated, and him and William worked together, and it's just so great to see him. From 2018, his first outing, to see what he's doing now it's just fantastic. And yeah.
Murph, what about he had that long 3rd inning, and then he gets a lead, but the quick innings that he had after that.
Yeah, and after the 2 pitching changes in whatever inning we scored the runs in, and then he comes back onto the mound with like a 30-minute rest or a 30-minute break and still gets him out, and he gets the meat of the order out. really impressive. Maturity, like that's a pitcher. Freddie's not just throwing the ball with great extension and great lift on his fastball. He's pitching, and Williams helping him and kind of the jockey of the horse, you know what I mean? And it was pretty special to watch. And our offense was good all night. I mean, we barreled balls all night and, just stayed after it.
How about Mona and just how he's taking
He's been
advantage
great.
of his opportunity?
He's been great. He feels the love from his teammates, you know what I mean? Like they mess with him more than I mess with Sal. Did we see Sal's unnecessary dive again? Everybody else catches that ball on his feet, and he dives again, trying to get more votes in the Gold Glove. It's just over and over. And then Terang plays right field for the last 2 innings, catches every ball in right field, right? Sal doesn't even go for him anymore. I asked Sal, do you play just part of right field? But anyways, Mona's been, God, he's been so good. And everybody's so happy. He feels the energy. Everybody's so happy for this kid. He was in AAA most of the season, and then to get called up and do so well, now that Joey's hurt, it's just beautiful. Yeah, happy for him.
Yeah, the last 2 games in Arizona, you guys had a ton of opportunities, and we're just missing that big hit. Did tonight feel more like Woodpecker offense?
It was way more Woodpeckerish. What do we do with runners in scoring position today?
4 for 10.
4 for 10 was 4 for 8 in the last time. So.
Yeah, 4 for 10. So send that back to who's the other guy that writes for us?
Kurt?
That was all over me about it. Yeah, like it was a personal thing. Things change. Tell Kurt. Just tell him I was asking about him, and I want to know what we did with runners in scoring position tonight.
Name drop on Kurt Hogue. Catching strays, Kurt. Hang in there, bud. I was in that press conference. He was a little persistent about the runners in scoring position. What else do you want him to say? They didn't get the big hit. That's how I always open those postgame shows. They didn't get the big hit. You don't need to listen to the rest of it. Yeah, that's how we do those shows. What else is there to say? Let's take a window ahead and wrap up the program after this as the Brewers win. Try to win another series tomorrow against the AL's best. Back after this on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's gonna last, and that means your AC's gonna be put through the paces. Now we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Think of your experienced quality electrician for remodels or smaller projects like replacing fixtures or fluorescent lights to LED, electric car charging port installs, and electric panel swap outs. Codes are about to change that require a more expensive breaker. Quality can help. And for a power outage, count on lightning fast emergency service.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Hey, Ripon, big news! Tyson's is opening this fall. Shop trusted brand names for home, farm, auto, pet, tools, and home improvement all in one place. And count on personal customer first service every time you walk in. Check us out at Tysons.com.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Hope you will join me on Saturdays at 1 o'clock for a really cool show. I love it because it explores the state that we love so much. It's Experience Wisconsin. We check in with cities, people, places, the best and brightest spots around our great state. Coming up on this week's Experience Wisconsin, this is going to be fun. Hayward Lakes is in the spotlight, and so is Old World Wisconsin with some cool new events coming up. We are excited to have Experience Wisconsin Saturdays at 1 right here on 620 WTMJ. It's Experience Wisconsin.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
It's time for our window ahead. As the Brewers win today, they'll go for another series win tomorrow. Brewers have a chance. Let's say they win tomorrow, okay? And they win another series. That means when you look over at the American League, they will have won a series against the Blue Jays, the team with the second best record, a series against the Tigers, the team with the best record, a series against the Royals, second best in the American League Central, a series over the Astros, a series over the Mariners, to see the Rangers in a couple of weeks, a series over the Angels, or a series over the A's. They'll see the Angels in a couple of weeks, a series over the White Sox, a series over the Twins. They did not win the series over the Guardians. They won a series over the Orioles. They did not win a series over the Rays. They swept the Red Sox, and they got swept by the Yankees. It's pretty much domination of the American League. So the window ahead tomorrow, right-hander Quinn Priester takes the ball. We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock with Brewers warm-up. 2:07 is the first pitch. Up against Kevin Gossman, strikeout splitter specialist, but when he leaves it up, it does not come back. He's allowed 20 home runs this season. Then on Sunday, day game early, 12:37 first pitch. We're on the air at noon, getting ready for Sunday's finale. That one will be Brandon Woodruff for the Crew against Mad Max Scherzer for the Blue Jays. Our window ahead is brought to you by Window Nation. Right now you can get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. Hurry, the sale ends soon. Trust Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. To put a bow on it as well, it's never over at Coors Field, guys. It's never over. It is 11-7. The Rockies have scored in 3 consecutive innings. Cubs just went scoreless in the top of the 9th. Daniel Palencia pitched yesterday. Andrew Kittredge is on now. What are the Rockies going to do at Coors? Woo-wee. That would be something. But maybe by the time you're listening to this, you already know that the Cubs won in 1-2-3 fashion. But we don't know. We're out of time. So it's going to be at least 6.5 games when we wake up tomorrow. But if the Rockies pull off the miracle comeback, it's 7.5. 26 games to go. We are on the air at 1 o'clock tomorrow with Brewers Warm-Up. Can't wait to break it all down. Big thank you to our producer, Brian Kelly, for helping us out, and to Craig Kashan, of course, as always. I'm Dom Catronio. Brewers win 7-2, trying to win a series tomorrow. And until then, keep on swinging.
The 2025 Metro Builders Association Parade of Homes presented by Nunn